Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Matt Prohaska 4-Minute Interview, or TMP4MPI, the hashtag that is, again, sweeping the industry. With me here, we'll see if we can actually get this to 4 minutes. My guess is no. We're going to probably need to change the name of the series. With me, old friend and ad tech old-timer Tony Katsur of Rubicon Project. Now, Tony, when we had first set this up, the role was head of business operations, but the role has changed a little bit. Tell us about what you're doing now at Mighty Rubicon.
Sure. So I'm now head of Buyer Cloud at Rubicon Project. So all of our buy-side platform products, client services, sales, engineering, I'm running all of that. So anytime we're working with our DSP partners, agencies, trading desks, marketers, anyone who wants to use our Buyer Cloud platform, that's what I'm overseeing today.
Cool. All right, so give a little history lesson for those who maybe don't know how Rubicon got started, because there are a lot of folks, we do a lot of investor calls or a lot of 101 for a lot of folks still trying to wrap their arms around what the heck this industry has exploded into in the last 5 years. Rubicon started as an SSP, but there really aren't too many true SSPs anymore, because Rubicon, by nature of your job and what Frank and the gang have built out here over the number of years, now represent all sides, and you're really just a true exchange with equal benefits for everybody, right?
Well, Frank's vision has always been to automate advertising. And that really requires, so we automated the sell side, right? So those were our clients, and it was the easiest beachhead, I believe, for us to start. And then to truly automate it, you've got to build the other side of the marketplace. So that's why we're investing so much in our buy-side tools. And we're not mandating that you have to use our buy-side tools directly. By all means, continue to work through your DSP partners. So you can reach us through third-party, you can reach us through first-party tools. We want to leave it flexible and open for the buy side to work with Rubicon Project. But yeah, we have really evolved from the early days of working with publisher clients on the sell side and now building up the buy side capabilities to automate the entire stack, if you will, automate the ecosystem, right?
So I want to talk about that whole stack. So for those of you who don't know, and obviously check out the LinkedIn profile, pretty impressive, from DoubleClick and MediaMath and Maxifier. Obviously a lot of product chops and tech chops in your background that you're bringing to this as in your new kind of general manager role here. Tell us about buy-side interest in multi-channel. So Rubicon is, planted a flag in mobile with the InMobi partnership and building out. How much of that is going to be a continued partner model versus, building some things in-house that allow for, being able to race to providing all channels to all people around the world?
Well, look, that is the vision, right? So again, going back to Frank's vision of automating all advertising, it's not just relegated to digital. Again, the easy beachhead, like starting on the publisher side of the house, the easiest beachhead was digital. Yeah. There is a clear vision to automate all channels, whether they be digital or more traditional, TV, radio, print. So of course, that is where we want to end up. That's the strategy, it's the vision. How we get there, it's always going to be a balance of build by partner, right? It's about time to market. When do we make the right moves from company valuation, from an acquisition perspective? Can we build quicker? Do we feel like we have better core products that we can offer to the market? That's something that we're always balancing. And we have to make those decisions on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah. So we're here in the New York office, obviously headquartered also in LA with hundreds of people all around the world now. What's it like? So you were here before you went public and after. I've had one experience when I was a 4-year-old at CNET back in 1996 when we went public. What's the dynamic? Is there a major difference in the day-to-day being private versus public for those who have never been through it?
Yeah, I think you got to be more careful what you say in the public, in the public eye, of course. I think the bar is raised for public companies. If you commit to something, you better deliver on it, particularly in the financials.
Has it been the classic kind of, oh geez, everybody's quarter to quarter now, we used to be long-term vision, blah blah, or is that just kind of stereotype and everyone's been able to kind of keep their eye on the long-term pricing?
Look, I think our executive team and Greg, Frank, and Todd have done a really good job in balancing that. Of course, you can't disappoint the street, but at the same time, I think it would be remiss if I didn't say, sure, it probably has some subconscious influence on decisions we make, but I think Greg, Todd, and Frank have done a really good job of keeping us focused on what's right for the market, what's right to grow our business long term, let's think strategically, and finding some balance against street expectations. It's been a little bit of a tap dance for sure, but I think we've done a pretty good job in trying to maintain the vision and hit that hit that automated advertising goal across multiple channels. It's a multi-year plan, right? It's cliche. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, but it's true. We're not, we've got a bigger plan in place that we want to execute on over the next several years.
Yeah, you guys have been at it longer than most for sure. All right, last question. So in addition to having one of the better laughs in ad tech, which we'll try and get out, I understand, in looking back, I understand you used to be a bouncer. You clearly look like you've had that street cred. You may have had that in the past. This was before you came to Rubicon. You don't have that role here.
That is correct. I'm not a bouncer at Rubicon.
All right, so let's say you're a bouncer and the cool club is the Rubicon Exchange.
Sure.
Name the types of companies. I mean, maybe there's one that's a common sore spot around here in terms of who you go up against competitively. But other than one other public company, name what's the type of company you're trying to shut out and throw out of the club.
Well, without naming names, so as a bouncer, you don't know the person, you don't know the name of the person that you're expecting to bounce before they enter the club. But you can kind of pick out the unsavory ones from the line.
Yeah.
And that's how we're looking at the ecosystem as well. Bad actors, and I think it's bad actors as both buyers and sellers. So ad quality is a huge initiative we've undertaken for several years now, and we've done a really good job in keeping the house clean. Something candidly we should probably pound our chests a bit more than we have recently, because I would say what we've heard from buyers using our system, we've heard from other vendors in the space. They've said that we have probably some of the cleanest, some of the best ad quality in the industry.
And it's getting better, right?
It's getting better. There's more work to do.
It's going in the right direction industry-wide and here.
The trend's going in the right direction, but it's always going to be a game of whack-a-mole. Like, is every house ever going to be 100% clean? Like, every industry will have bad actors, right? It's just, do we have the technology? Do we have the wherewithal? Do we have the operational processes to constantly whack that mole? So from an ad quality perspective, we are immensely vigilant. We have an entire team dedicated to that. We have our own technology that we use for that. We're looking at partnering with several other companies, not just one vendor. We're looking at partnering with several vendors to kind of build this cross matching of who bad actors are in the ecosystem. And then same is true on the buy side, right? So we give our publishers a lot of control over ad quality that they're willing to accept and not. And we're also vigilant where we pre-screen buyers that want to buy either through us directly or through third parties. So we've got good controls in place there. Is it perfect? No. But again, that is a game of whack-a-mole on the buy side as well. We just need to be vigilant from a product and operations perspective. And I've been very impressed in the almost year I've been here, just how vigilant we have been. Like, we've made hard choices in terms of clients we'll work with. Sure, we'd love the revenue, but if we believe there's a risk of, polluting our brand, polluting our pool of inventory, or working with buyers that may have negative consequences for our sellers, we won't work with them.
Cool. Well, appreciate you letting us stay, not bouncing us out of your nice offices. Congrats on the office
Thank you.
expansion and everything. And thanks to Tony.
Thank you.